Hi, I'm Wayne Johnson, and I'd like to welcome you to this companion video to my two articles in the Taylor Guitars publication, Wood and Steel, the spring and the summer issue. The article was called A Study in Pentatonic Substitutions, and that's exactly what it is. I found a way to take pentatonic scales and substitute them for more advanced chord scales that we use in different kinds of improvisation. So let's get started with the C pentatonic scale. I'm going to use major pentatonics for this entire study. The C pentatonic scale has the 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 in its scale. We skip the 4 and the 7. That's what makes the pentatonic scale unique. Here's the C pentatonic scale. This is the position that I wrote up in Wood and Steel, so you should be able to see that. And if you have that article handy, it would be great to have it right next to the, if you have any questions, you'll be able to probably get them answered by looking at the different graphics. Okay, so the substitutions now. We take this pentatonic scale, and we're going to play them over a 4-bar progression. Let's call it a jazz progression, if you will. So we have D minor 7, and then we have a G7. It's a dominant 7th altered chord. I've raised the 5th and I flatted the 9th on this. You could also think of it as a flat 13, but it's a little easier for guitar players to just look at the 5th and see that it's raised. That's why it's that way. We have a C major 7 for the 3rd chord. The 4th chord, A7 altered dominant. Same thing, raised 5th, flat 9. So here are the rules. These are the substitutions. For a minor 7 chord, you take a major pentatonic down a whole step. So for D minor, we would play C major pentatonic. The 2nd chord, G7 altered. The substitution rule here is you take a pentatonic, major pentatonic, from its tritone. So this would be D flat in this case. Tritone is sharp 4, sharp 11. So D flat is the sharp 11 for G. So we start this major pentatonic on D flat. All right, the 3rd chord is the C major 7. On a major 7 chord, the substitution is a major pentatonic scale up a whole step. So in this case, we have D pentatonic since it's C. Up a whole step being D. So D pentatonic. And our 4th chord is A7 altered, and it's just like the 3rd chord in our progression where you start the major pentatonic from the tritone. This tritone is E flat. So we play E flat pentatonic. Those are our 4 pentatonic scales over this progression. Now you probably noticed over this progression, these pentatonic scales go like this. C pentatonic scale, D flat pentatonic scale, D pentatonic scale, and E flat pentatonic scale. So it's all chromatic, which is great for guitar players. The pentatonic scale by itself is such a great scale for guitar players. We use it more than any scale that I know of. This will give you a way to use it in a more advanced method. So I'm going to put a loop together for you and demonstrate this particular progression.